tardes.
English.
No. Empecé mal.
Ahorita va a comenzar.
Good afternoon. I'm so happy that you are here for this time together. We are going to be talking about something that is really important for all of us, okay? First, I want to tell you something about Dr. Christopher. And Dr. Christopher is one of the best naturopathic doctor, okay? And I want to share with you some interesting things about him, but because I'm sorry I don't have a better picture of him, I'm gonna just pass these little bottles of some of his products, okay? Just for you to see the picture that is in there. Because I'm going to talk a little bit about him, okay? So, take one. And so the picture that you see in the bottle is Dr. Christopher. And the reason I'm showing you that is because Dr. Christopher Dr. Christopher is a natural healing doctor. And the reason I'm telling you this is because it's not the same thing to be a natural healing doctor than to be a alternative doctor. Okay, so I want just to point out a little bit of that because I'm going to talk to you about something that is really important to all of that. And he was one of the person that advocate that very much, okay? So a natural healing believe that your body can heal itself with just natural things. Nothing that comes in a different way that is so expensive or is so complicated. So Dr. Christopher, he's not living now, but his good acts, his good formulas that he did when he was alive, still with us, and we still benefit from that. So this is not this that any other kind of naturopathic medicine or even any kind of alternative medicine. So it's something really different. And we are going to know something about that, okay? So he believes that our body has the strength to take care of itself. We just have to help the body, and the body will know what to do. And it's true. And I want you to think about this. You are a whole being right now, full grown. When your life just started, it started in a very tiny form inside your mom's womb, correct?
Yeah.
And after 9 months, a beautiful child come out, perfect, complete. How that happened? Who did it? Who taught the cell what to do? So the body knows what to do. So the only thing that we have to do is help it. So Dr. Christopher, he taught something interesting, that to help the body to clean itself and have to help the body to get the energy that needed to make themselves new when you are sick. And he taught about mucus-less diet. What is a mucus-less diet? I'm going to change this in here. So we are going to learn a little bit about that diet. The mucus-less diet, okay? Let's repeat it. This mucus diet. We're going to learn about that, okay? And when we were waiting here for the time to start, I was able to hear you, some of you talking about allergies and things that was going on and headaches and things like that. And Dr. Christopher believed, and now I understand even better now, that everything comes because the way we eat, and that's what he taught about the mucus less. And this is two words, mucus, and especially when you have allergy, what happens? It get congested, and then swell, and then difficult to breathe. And then when you running have a good time, you have a runny nose, running eyes, okay? And even the ears sometimes get like you can hear what the people is talking to you. Start ringing. It's full of mucus, okay? Mucus. So he asked about a diet that doesn't need to form too much mucus. So we made that, okay? We made the mucus. Nobody's eating mucus. Correct? But somehow our body produces that. Then I put together what he was teaching about that. By the way, he's not alive now, but we have wonderful books, wonderful materials, and a wonderful son that he keep all that alive. I give thanks for that. Okay, so let's see. So we made the mucus. How? How that happened inside our body? Well, let's check a little bit. We have a cell. With a lot of cells, okay, cells. So then we have a cell. The cell have the nucleus. Let's say that is the nucleus. But then over here we have like a pancake kind of thing. Everything is very little, okay. So we kind of pancake, and this is a Golgi. Okay, it's an apparatus in the tiny cell. It's a tiny little organ that the name is Golgi. Okay? Just cake. It's a tiny little thing. But that apparatus is the one who made the mucus. He made it inside the cells. And we are just cells. All our organs are cells. Okay? So we have cells, a lot of cells, and we have in each cell one tiny organ, the Golgi, and that organ make mucus. Okay, because he need to cover toxins, he need to cover poisons, and a lot of things that the body doesn't need it. So he made the mucus, he covered it up, so he can put it out of the cells, put it to the bloodstream to be carried out. That is the purpose of that tiny little organ inside the cell. Okay, what happened after that? Dr. Christopher, he speaks about the mucus-less diet. So that means that to make mucus. That's why it is mucus-less diet. I eat a kind of diet that doesn't make so much mucus. Now, which is that diet? This is exactly this. And I'm going to tell you some, is this kind of diet. We are talking about a man that lived many years ago with a lot of experience. People were eating probably even more different kind of meat or whatever than now. So this was not very well taken just to be vegan. What means vegan? Who knows?
Plant-based.
Plant-based. So only lettuce.
No.
What else?
Everything that grows.
Everything that grows in the earth or outside the earth, like in trees.
Okay. So let's add, what else?
Cereal.
Fruit. Okay, so that's in the seed, in the seeds. Okay. The grains, all the kind of grain, all kind of seeds. Okay, and
Roots.
fruit. So everything that is plant based, especially plant based.
Even the plants.
Okay. What about eggs? Do you think that eggs are vegan?
No.
But if you just give only lettuce, probably could be. Do you think it's that?
It derives from an animal, so it isn't.
No. Yeah. If we eat vegetarian, if we eat a vegetarian food, usually we add, if it's a vegetarian, that means that you can eat milk, okay? So that means, let's say lactose, okay? And what else usually the people eat with the vegetarian diet? Eggs, okay? How much eggs usually we eat? A little bit or quite a bit a lot when you are vegetarian?
It only depends.
Usually 2 a week.
But they can still
Two
eat
more, that's
derived food from eggs, derived eggs from.
Yeah, because remember, this is if you eat a whole egg. So probably you decide, okay, I'm gonna eat only 2 eggs a week. But usually you put a little bit of egg to the soup and a little bit of egg in some little parties that you are doing, and then you're gonna eat a little cake, and the cake has eggs, and you see, so really it's not just 2 eggs. Usually when we are vegetarian, we eat a lot of lactose, okay? Because you say, well, I don't like milk. And I grew up, I hate milk. I hated milk. Okay, so I really was not too much lactose, but I eat a lot of cheese.
Dressing.
Dressings. In my country, no, I don't want to use dressing. But we usually eat the lactose, the milk, in so many ways. Too much.
Okay.
Okay, too much. All the dressings, everything almost have milk. Okay, and then what about the butter? It's milk.
Milk too.
It's milk. Okay.
Okay.
And all the cakes and all that stuff. Okay, I'm gonna tell you a short experience with me. When I turned 16, I decided to become vegetarian. Don't ask me why, okay? Those crazy things that we do when we are teenagers. So then I turned to be a vegetarian, and that was a good decision for me. Because before being vegetarian, I was a very strong meat eater. Very strong, almost raw. So it was horrible, and I was very ill. All kind of allergies. Okay, all kind of allergies, and especially hay fever. You know what hay fever is? When it's the pollen season, that is horrible. Okay, you feel like you don't want even the head because everything is congested, the eyes, and oh, it was terrible. And then the doctors give you shots of histamine. Okay, because that is the important things to do, and then you get well for a little while and keep sick for the whole season. Okay, so I suffered. I was many allergies. But when I turned to be a vegetarian person, it was good. In about like 6 years, more or less, I was able to say that I was not having problem with the hay fever. So it just goes. Just changing my diet from what? From meat to vegetarian. But still, I was having some kind of problem, and it took me about like 8 9 years for me to say, "Oh, really? I don't suffer of anything with those hay fever and those terrible allergies that I was suffering." Yes, it turned to be a good step for me was reading about Dr. Christopher, the mucus-less diet, and then I read all what it implies. That is really a vegan diet. And this is true because when we are vegetarian, we eat too much lactose and we eat too much eggs. That's why we don't get well soon. It took me many years, and still, it was like a quite a while. Sometimes I get down or I get up. It was not really cured. I was better than before, but not really cured. So he sustained, if you keep a mucus diet, then you can be cured. And it's very interesting because it never will take 8 years or something like that. Probably less. Probably months. And you will be cured of a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Now I'm gonna show you how that happened. I'm gonna take this system just to show you a little bit how it works, okay? So this works in this way. Let me just put something here. Just stay there. So let me tell you the endocrine system, okay? And you can see that everything is connected. This is just the system, and here are different parts, okay? So what is showing this, I told you about the Golgi, okay, inside the cell. And you know the cell is microscopic. But each organ, okay, is full of cells. And each of them have the Golgi, okay? And what is going to do the Golgi? Do you remember? It's going to make what?
Mucus.
Mucus. Why he's going to make mucus? Because he's going to take out any toxins, any waste, anything that he's going to wrap it up, okay? Is the factory. He's going to wrap it up, all the things that are not useful for the body, and put it out of the cell to the blood system. Then from the blood system, we'll go to all the organs in the body, okay? Because there is a problem. Dr. Christopher talks about the mucusless diet to be rid of any disease, but then he talks about something else. Channels. The way to dispose everything that we don't need it. So that means, let's think about a house. In a house, we have the system for the clean water, correct? You work in clean for you to use it in your house. But you have another system. What is that system? The system to put the what? The black, we call it black waters or the dirty waters, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So that is the system that need to come out, okay? All the waste that you don't want in your house need to go through that system. So we have the same thing in our body. So we have a system that need to put out everything that we don't want it, that the body doesn't need it. But look what happened. If we eat food that give us a lot of mucus, then we have too much mucus in the body because the Golgi is doing his job. He has to wrap it up and put it out. But then they start driving into the blood in the whole body and then go to different systems. Let's just think in one. Let's go to the heart. Okay? It goes to the heart and then goes over there, but even in the heart, they are putting out what?
Your own.
Yeah, their own stuff, their own waste. So it's getting clogged. So there is no room. So then some of the waste have to stay there. So the mucus start being in the different bodies, okay, in the different parts of the body, in the kidneys, in the heart, in the lungs, any part of the body, too much mucus.
That's what it is.
Okay? Too much mucus. Then he talked about elimination. And that's why he made a nice formula just to help the body to be unclogged. Like in the home. What happens if we are just washing the dishes and suddenly the water is not draining down? What happened?
But
It's, not, it's there. It's stuck in there. And nothing can function. The wife don't want to work with that thing in there, correct? She doesn't want to do it. It's not good. The water, the clean water, get dirty with the dirty water. And what do we have to do? What do we have to do at the home when,
Unplug it up.
yeah, we have to work hard. We have to do something to take that waste out so the machine can work. Okay, so let's think about it. If we have the wrong diet, our body is going to have too much mucus. That's why you have headaches. That's why you get the sinus. That's why you get the hay fever during seasons. Okay, because the diet is wrong. And probably you are clogged up. What that means then? That means if you eat 3 times, how many times do you need to go to the restroom? 3 times. Do we do that? Sometimes we eat 1 meal and then probably the next day we go to the bathroom if we are lucky. If we are not very good in our diet, probably we go 3 times in a week or we go once every 2 weeks. And some people even go with much distance between. Or the amount is not a good amount. It's staying inside. And the bad thing is covering organs. So if you have too much headache, is getting clogged in there. So the circulation is bad. Why? Because it's too much mucus in the blood going to the organs and stay in the organs, covering the organs, and they cannot breathe, they cannot work, okay? Because it's like a glue. We need some kind of elimination. The good fiber in the food, the good fiber in the food help with elimination. So we need a good diet, okay? So we need a good diet that help us a little bit with that. So you know already, you helped me with that when you told me that a vegan diet have a lot of what? Let's check. A lot of fruit, okay? Okay, we have a lot of fruit. We have a lot of vegetables. Let's say, okay? And what else?
Spinach?
Roots.
And roots,
Yeah.
and seeds, okay?
Grains.
But, okay, all kind of grains, okay? Legumes, okay? Grains and nuts. So it's very complete. Now listen, we need to understand that we can have whole food, wholesome. And what is the difference with whole? Give me examples of wholesome food. Another kind of food that is still vegetable, but is not whole. What could it be? Let's call it half some. So we are not going to be separated of this. What could be a whole food, a wholesome food?
Avocado.
Oh, that would be in over here. Yeah. So what about flowers? Tell me something about grains.
Wheat.
A whole wheat flour. But usually people like which kind of flour?
Enriched.
Refined.
Enriched.
The some one that we can put some vitamins, but they are not whole. Okay, so those are not good for us. Now, what about the sugar?
I guess like if you want to put something sweet, you can use honey or any other thing that is natural, like but natural, not refined sugar or something like that.
Okay, so usually we better kind of food, but especially the sugar, okay? And really is even better not to eat any kind of sweetness. And the same thing with salt, if we eat a lot of salt, okay? And then we have that vegan, really a very good mucus-less food is a vegan food, but just whole, no refined of any form, and cooked in very low heat, so they are alive. Because as much as we process our food, the less nutrients, the less benefit is for our body. There is many people that never have any kind of congestion in their head, no matter which season we are living, because their diet is different. And they are exercising, they are having a good lifestyle, so they suffer nothing. Why? Because we have to help our body to not get congested, okay? And we need to keep all the system working. So that means the best system, the one that have two entrances. Do you know which system is that? There is one system that have two
Digestive
entrances.
system.
The digestive one. Digestive one have one entrance on the top and one
The exit.
exit in the bottom, okay? And we have to keep that system working out very good all the time. So if you are suffering anything, there are two reasons. Your organs are full of mucus, and we have to take the mucus out. How we do that? Cleaning the system. Which system?
Digestive.
The digestive one. Work in the house. He's not going to
Change
rip the wall and put it down just because the dirty water system is not working. Correct? You're not gonna be cleaning the floor just because the
plumber.
system, the plumber need to work in the system that it doesn't work properly. Correct? So that's what we have to do the same thing. The first system that we have to clean is what?
Digestive.
The digestive system. Keep the mucus-less diet perfectly working. Okay, so that means the best diet is the vegan diet, but not just vegan. Okay, it's not like we are gonna be rabbit. Okay, so we have to eat a good variety, whole food. Okay, whole, no half things. Don't get happy with that. That because it's, oh, this is a white bread and the dough is soft and no. Don't. Your body will know that that is not good and it's going to make what? Mucus. Because he need to take that thing out. But if the system is plugged, is congested, it's not working properly, everything is going to stay there. Okay? So then we have, this is the good diet. And then we have to clean the system with a good food that have a lot of fiber. Fiber, we said? Fiber.
Yes.
Okay, so they have a lot of fiber to help to push out. And some that help to move the bowels. We have to make the elimination good. So we have to check ourselves that really we put out the amount that better don't stay there. We have to give nutrients and put the waste out. So it doesn't go to any of the organs, okay? So the other thing that we are going to keep in mind with this is there are some kind of um, treatment that sometimes we do to help our body to clean ourselves. One is you probably have been listening about people that make juices, correct? So juicing is good. It gives you nutrients that go quickly to the system and it's gonna clean. Okay, so it's gonna be minerals and vitamins abundantly, but it's going to clean too the organs from the mucus. Okay, so that is a good thing. The other thing that we can use to help the elimination system is the still. Okay, the reason we are trying when we are cleaning, okay, cleaning the system, that the still water is good just because the still water only have hydrogen and oxygen. The other kind of water usually have other things, have some fluoride, and chlorine, okay, have some kind of mineral sometimes, okay? So you can have a filtered water, that's okay. Cleaning the system, you need a still water for two reasons. Number one, because it doesn't have anything, just water. And it's amazing, but this gives you energy.
Is it alkaline?
And the other thing is because the electric charge that the water has is gonna pull things, okay? It's gonna attach things to the molecule, okay? It's gonna start pulling out toxins and things that is clogging you in. That's why in a treatment for cleaning ourselves, that help with elimination, okay? The distilled water. So we a bit about the mucus diet. So I want to give you a little time for you to ask questions if you have some questions. Okay, to me. Let's see, or I can ask questions to you too. What do you prefer?
I have a question.
Okay.
Okay, you're recommended to drink water as H2O, like the simple way to drink it. But is that like alkaline water, or is that defined as alkaline water, or is it just something else? Because people is talking a lot about alkaline water.
Yeah, we need a lot of water. You can see that. Even doctors now, they are everywhere with water. You have seen that on the office, okay? So they learned that water is very important, especially for the kidneys. Nobody wants to have stones in their kidneys. Okay. But there's so many kinds of water right now. But the still water is just this. So that means it's not really about, I know they are selling some
Alkaline
kind
water, sugary, the Gatorades.
yeah, and they have flavors and they have electrolytes, but they are not good. Really, the best is this one. And then you say, well, but I need a distiller now. No, really. Really, when you it's true that there are good distillers of water, distiller for making the nice water when you want to clean yourself in a specific way, okay? But you can make it to the distilled water is, do you see the tip of the lid is full of that? Okay, that is the more pure one, okay? And of course, the rainwater sometimes. Mm-hmm.
You're talking about the moist stuff.
Yeah, on the lid of that is a distilled one. Yeah, sometimes they sell it. They sell it on the store.
And condensed back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there are some kind of machine. They are not so expensive, and they made the water in not too many hours. And this is good, especially when we are in a treatment. If we are suffering a lot of diseases or something that you cannot get rid of, so it will help yourself to move that out of your body. Expensive. they use it for the battery. Okay,
Yeah.
so and then it's not expensive. So
You got a
it can be.
specific juice that you drink to clean your system, not when you are have the mucus. What is
To clean the juices just for to clean. Yeah.
What kind
Yeah,
of
usually if you are not sick, let's say with cancer or things like that, okay, some kind of diseases really need some specific juices. Improve your bowel movement and you want to improve that you have some kind of headaches or just you want to improve your health, but you are not really ill with some horrible disease, then you can use the juice that you wanted. Okay, you can, if you have a juicer, you can make juices from vegetable like a carrot, and you can use a little bit of beets, and you can use leaves. So orange juice, any of those juice are going to help you to clean your body. Okay,
For
To
the things
go-
that water and fiber, and that makes it like the gut moves. The
no,
bowel
this is
movement.
extract.
Okay.
So that is just the plant's vitamins and minerals, and that's it. And sometimes you think, well, but I need the fiber to go to the bathroom. Sometimes what you need is the minerals and the vitamins that they have to help your body to work. So when they have an amount, like in juices, oh, you will go to the bathroom for sure.
Let's say your body's completed with that problem. We start drinking whatever you gotta drink, the water or the juice. How long does it take you to the body can be
Start doing the juices because you are a little clogged in there, okay? All depend how clogged you are. Okay, because if the person just made go to the bathroom to do the dose, so when they go to the bathroom once a week, you are pretty clogged. And if you go every 2 weeks, you are very, so probably it's going to make a lot of juices. You probably need to fast juicing. So what it means is you have to take 1 day, 2 days, or 3 days to clean. The good thing with this kind of treatment is that even if you have some kind of reaction, let's say that you start having loose waste when you go to the bathroom, that is something like you don't want to have it, but you need it because you need to put that
Away.
weight
Yeah.
out of you. That is full of poisons, toxin from many days that you were not going to the restroom. So that means that need to go out. And could be that you feel a little uncomfortable in here. They are doing their work.
So is it okay to, I mean, for example, because sometimes I do my fasting, and what I do is I do like a mix of juices, and then I do the whole day. I just either drink water or have a big bottle, and I drink from that bottle of juice the whole day. Um, I have very good results from going to the bathroom, because usually if I don't do that, I'm constipated. But basically, is it okay to do that, or you just kind of like abruptly, or you can do it in a regular basis without having this
Diet, okay? But sometimes we have to add some other things in the program just to help on a specific condition that the person has it. But usually it's a good thing, even for people that feel healthy, just to do a fast on juicing for 3 days, okay? Or 5 days, depend. And you are gonna leave, and you're gonna leave well, because it's gonna be giving you the vitamins that you need, the meat that you need well in the restaurant, and you're gonna feel better. So it's better not to mix the juice with the water. Okay, don't mix it. You can drink water in between, and you can drink your juices in between. Okay, but no, do not put the water and the juices. Don't mix it, because digestion is an issue there. Okay, digestion will be an issue here because water is not assimilated in the same way that juices. Okay, so if they are together, then the digestive system need to separate the water from the vitamins and minerals and all that stuff.
So you
But
get a lot of water.
when you do the juicing, fasting, you just want to let your body rest and receive all the vitamins and all that to the blood without giving you fatigue or something like that. Okay, so you just want a good rest.
No, you got, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So you recommending to use the juicer, not the blender?
Not the
with
blender.
the blender, you're gonna use the water
Yes,
to blend the vegetables. and
Yes,
fruits.
no, not the blender. Okay, no smoothies.
Okay.
Juices is not a smoothies, okay? A smoothie needs water. And it's a food and it's gonna take longer, probably to digest.
Okay.
But with just extract, it's gonna take like a 20 minutes. Okay? It's like a IV. When they put IV, go directly to the bloodstream. Well, it's gonna take a little bit of more time than the IV, but it's like that. So it's gonna go to your bloodstream. So it's going to use the digestive system just for the road to go to the blood. Okay? But not really doing any job in there. So you drink it, but just put it in your mouth, mix it with saliva, and let it go. But it's wonderful. It's wonderful. It's gonna give you energy, and you are going to start cleaning yourself, and you are going to surprise to yourself that probably you start not having the hay fever when it's the season, the allergy season.
Or headache, you eliminate headaches too.
Yeah.
You have to clean your body. Actually, when you say that it gotta be in between, the juice and the water gotta be in between. No?
Yes, the water can be in between. Let's say that you drink a cup, only 8 ounces, please, okay? No secret. If you drink 2 glasses of juices, that means 16 ounces. 8 glasses are gonna go to the toilet.
It only absorbs 1 cup.
1 cup. Just 1 cup at a time. Just drink 1 cup, okay, of the juice. And then in about 20 or 30 minutes, you can drink another cup if you want. And in another hour or 30 minutes, you can drink another one. Okay, so give time to the body to put it in the blood system. But if you just give it that amount, okay, okay, so you keep yourself hydrated. The other way to go to the bathroom, always eat more raw. Always good amount of raw food, okay? Raw. That will help you a lot to eliminate well. Okay? So if you do that, you are in the good path.
And between be like half an hour or 1 hour, or does it matter?
Okay, between the juices, just keep in mind how long it takes to go to the blood. Okay? So it takes, let's give a rough time, like it's 30 minutes. So just give 30 minutes. If you want to be just doing that during the whole day, even if that gives you diarrhea, don't feel sorry about that. Just be comfortable, okay? Be in your home. Okay?
Stay home.
So if you are working, there is no problem as well if you had a bathroom over there and then work. Okay. A good time between them in case that they give you a little loose too. That's okay. Remember, you need that out of your body.
When you make the juice, you can store it to drink it over the day, or it does lose the vitamins to the minerals?
Depend how you make it. Okay, use glass. Okay,
Depends how you store it.
depend how you store the juices. Okay, let's see. We have some in here. So let's say, ooh, good work. Okay. Usually use this kind of jars, 8 ounces. Okay, then you know this is the amount you needed. Okay, yes, you work, so you need to make. Let's say that you decided. Let me see how many in here. Okay, this is more than a quart. Okay, so this is a quart and 1 cup because she have 4 in here, so that means a quart, and this is 1 quart. Okay, so this is a good amount for a day, and it could be anything that you wanted. Carrot juice is one of the best. Okay, make your own mix. If you are not suffering any specific disease, then you can make your own mix. And then it's good to do it. It's good vitamins, is very good amount of minerals and things like that. If you don't like that kind, if you don't like carrot is a more friendly juice. But if you don't like carrot for some reason, you can make another kind and you can use greens. The green apple is the best one, but not the other apples, okay, that are too soft and all squeezed. No, that kind. Have to be the green apple.
Is it okay? Like, I use green apple and kale, because I'm not all the time eating kale. And I really know that I need the vitamins that kale offers to the body. Is it okay to mix up like certain foods with kale and celery and things like that?
Yeah, you can do that, okay, if you tolerate that and you are using a juicer, correct?
Yes.
What I found is that when you do this, then you can separate your juices between each usage. You can separate it like a half an hour, okay? Take it slowly, okay? Eliminate the stress. Just take it slowly, take your time, okay? Drink it, and then separate it. But remember, don't take a jar. I know in YouTube sometimes you see the person with a full quart of juice. Doesn't work. The body is going to use how much?
1 cup.
Just 1 cup.
So, do you refrigerate it or do you just
Okay, to your home. Then it's a good idea to have some kind of bag.
that
that have-
freezes overnight and then it keeps it cold all day.
Okay, so she said this, keep it cold because you put it on the freezer and then it get very cold, and then in the morning or the day, I don't know, the day before, when you are not really sick on something, then you can do it just to keep yourself healthy and clean the mucus that you learn now how to say. So then you can put your cups separated in this time kind of jars, but be sure that you fill it up to the top. You don't want air in between. Close it and keep it tight, and it's very good for 24 hours. It won't change if you keep it in a good container. If you are suffering a very bad disease, then everything needs to be different, okay? Because your body is too toxic.
It's better to drink water. If you suffer from any kind of disease, it's better to drink distilled water, I believe.
Oh, you need water, yes.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, you need nutrients. When somebody is sick, you are lacking minerals and vitamins, and the water doesn't have it. So that's why the water alone is not going to give you the minerals, okay? It's going to help you to clean. By the way, when you are taking juices, you take the juices, and what the juices are going to do? They are going to clean, okay? This is the detergent, okay? And the water is the carrier.
Yeah,
Just like when we
but
wash
I think
things.
there is another thing also, is that your vegetable will have to be organic. Because if they are not organic, then it will be worse than if you go and have a piece of meat. Because of all the other pesticides that the other vegetable have. So if you are not.
Okay, it's good to be organic.
Yeah.
Okay, and don't believe that being organic is too expensive,
No.
because it's more expensive to go to see the doctor. Okay, so really we don't waste money when we go to organic. And then the people that work organic vegetable, they have to charge a little more. Their work is harder than the other ones because they are working with compost, they are working with human people working, no machinery that like the other people. So that's why we need to pay a little more. Okay?
Okay, was good.
Thank you. Okay, muchas gracias. Thank you so much for your help. And thank you for the body English.
Good.
Did it stop? What if